What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining me. I have another cool video for you. It's going to be a small, easy fabrication build. So here's the story. I was at our rental property and I was doing my final walkthrough, cleaning up anything that needed to be cleaned up, fixing anything that needed to be fixed. So I go down in the basement and I see a pool of water sitting down in the basement, and I look up and I see there's water dripping down through the exhaust tube from the hot water heater. So I'm like, what the heck? So I grabbed a ladder, went outside, went up on the roof, and it's missing the whole top. So water's just pouring inside my basement, which is no good. So I don't know if somebody stole it or if it blew off, but most likely somebody stole it. So in this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fabricate a new box to shield the basement from getting rain in it, but also animals getting in through the gaps or the holes. So that's what we're gonna be doing in this video. I'm gonna be using a fronius TransTig 170 with autogenous TIG, and we're gonna be using 22 gauge cold roll mild steel. Let's get rolling. I ended up buying 3 sheets of this 2x4 22 gauge cold roll mild steel because I am making a cube with a top, so I need 6 pieces total, and the 3 sheets will get me by. I bought these from Lowe's for about $33 a piece. So if you don't have a local processing center, you can find this right at Lowe's. I'm just using this standard DeWalt 045 cutoff wheel. You can see it's used for metal, stainless steel. I bought these in a 5-pack for around $8. This 120 grit flap wheel on the edges, that there's this fine sharp edge here. You're gonna want to take your grinder and buff this all down. As I already mentioned, we're going to be using the TransTig 170 on 110 volt. We are in DC. I'm going to go down here to 4T trigger, which is like a trigger lock. But since it's 22 gauge material, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump it down to about 23 amps because I don't want to burn through. I was going to weld the whole thing up autogenously, but with it being so thin, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get it brazed. I'm going to use brazing wire, and I'm going to braze it in 3 different spots and then seal it. This is a hole dozer from Milwaukee, and it goes in your standard chuck. going to tack up both sides, but I'm going to put this 1/4 inch aluminum plate behind the 22 gauge steel because it's going to act as a heat sink, and it's going to allow me to tack it easier than it was without the block behind it or the plate. So if you're going to do this with 22 gauge, I definitely suggest using the heat sink or a plate. Ground! Ground! No! I'm not planning on brazing the entire seam. I just wanted to get put together with 3 braze spots, but now I'm going to fill in the rest with this all-weather roof cement. I had this left over from another project, so we're going to use this to fill the seams, and then we're going to spray paint it. Take these self-tapping sheet metal screws and use this to put the top on the base. Okay, installed. Fits like a gem. Or fits like a glove. Installed and fits like a glove. There it is. Yeah, perfect.